What up, Tube? It is New Year's Eve, and this is probably being watched by everyone on New Year's Day. So, just gonna do a quick looking back at 2020 vlog from the office. It's 38 degrees outside here in South Texas today. It's raining. There's not much to do in the garage today anyways. We're just gonna relax today, take care of business in regards to our normal job, you know, the 9 to 5 stuff that we have to take care of. And and just enjoy our evening tonight. Wifey's got to work at the hospital, so that won't be fun, but you know, we're grateful for a lot of things, what we have. And you know, first of all, I hope everyone's safe tonight. Have a safe, responsible, and this year that means something a little bit different. Just be vigilant about who you're with and what you do and the decisions you make tonight, to have some fun. It won't be the same. We're never been ones that go out to big parties or anything on New Year's, but you know, this year we just have to all be a little bit more vigilant with what's going on. But other than that, be safe, enjoy our neighborhood, our area. We're just hoping that the rain lets up a little this evening so that we get our free fireworks show from the locals out here, which will be really cool. So if I do fall asleep before midnight, which will probably happen, I will be woken up by fireworks. So that would be that's the norm here in our area of Texas, which is really cool. I can't complain about that. Other than that, I want to look back at the year. I know a lot of people are looking back, and you know, it's not a lot of positives, but we're going to. We all know what the negatives have been, you know, so that we're going to look back and, you know, just go through the year and look back at some of the cool things we've got to experience this year that we've been blessed to experience. Some, you know, most of it we've shared here on our channel, whether it's with our car stuff or our trips. We're just going to go through it. We'll see some pictures. We'll see some cuts from videos we've already posted. You know, I'll narrate it. You get to hear me. Shouldn't be too long. We'll just get through it. And, you know, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a comment, a like. We're trying to get up on those subscriptions. I know people watch our stuff. It would be great to have that just so we can help develop the channel a little bit more. Got some ideas for next year we want to do. Want to try to find some cool cars to actually talk to the people, look at here in South Texas from all kinds. We like all kinds of cars, so we'll figure some of that out. But enjoy today. Be safe tonight. And we hope and pray that 2021 starts off good and continues in an upward beat as we all get through the challenges together. And here's some of our good stuff that we experienced in 2020, and we hope that y'all also reflect back on the positives, because remember, there's usually more positives than there are negatives, but the negatives usually outshine the positives, unfortunately. So don't forget to reflect back on the positives. 2020 started off pretty good. Can't complain. You know, we picked up a new Lexus IS 300 as our daily. So the beginning of 2020, we were finishing the body work. Well, not really body work, because there was no body work to be done, but we finished repainting the Lexus in our, you know, what I call the battleship gray, and updating the front lip, putting a grill on it, all that stuff. And that was our project at the beginning of January. Put new wheels on it, did all that. You know, so that was cool. That was a nice, small, short project we had, because we ended up selling that later on in the year. February, well, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people do know. We're big 49er fans. Unfortunately, in February, we dropped the Super Bowl. Man, no big deal. But we also, that same day, sold our 1987 Toyota Supra we had restored. So that, after 10 years, went to a new owner. Our fully built Supra, you know, 1.5 JZ, you know, AM, ECU, all of the fancy stuff on it. and we were moving on to a new project, which we didn't know what would be yet at that time. And in March, because we'd been saving up and had been putting it off to renovate the garage, the inside of the garage, not really renovate, actually add to it because we'd never renovated it. And we were going to frame the inside, insulate the walls, put in a loft for storage, and add a couple more cabinets and actually organize it and be a little bit more useful for our daily and a little nicer when we actually want to film something in there when we're doing an install. We were planning a road trip to California, so we were watching that vigilantly at the time because we had to move my parents back from to Texas from California. They've been in California for 50 years. That's where they migrated to a long time ago from Peru. And, they decided they wanted to come this way after we'd been here for 3 years. So we drove out the first week, or last week of April, and drove home the first week of May in our Tundra we had at the time with a trailer and their car, drove that back. And moved them back over here, and they've loved it ever since. So I can't, that was good. That was a nice road trip, in and out real quick. Not a lot of traffic. There wasn't a lot of people on the road back then. But right before that, I said April was a little chill. I totally forgot. I was cruising on the internet, went on to Carvana, not sponsored. And we found a Porsche Cayman S, which we ended up purchasing. So in April, we purchased a Porsche Cayman S to replace the Supra. I'm a long lifetime Porsche fan, and finally was able to get the Porsche that I've been wanting for a very long time. I've been wanting a Porsche since I was a kid. And then we started those projects. So right away, we already had new wheels picked out. We did the lowering springs. A bunch of just regular maintenance that we didn't know if they had been done or not. The car didn't need it. It ran perfect. It checked out. Pre-purchase inspection was all check. It was a good car, and we love it. So that's been great. We're rolling into June. June, we went on our first of many already. Not many. I said about 4 or 5. Porsche Club of America meets. Now that we have the new car, we started hanging out with our local Longhorn Porsche Club of America group. So that was cool. The Tundra's lease was over, so we were going to return it. We ended up selling it to a very close friend of ours, a friend from college from a long time ago. She really wanted it. She was able to drive out from California, pick it up, and take it home. So that went to a nice, awesome, good home, and she loves it. And as of last week, it was buried in snow up in the mountain area of Southern California. They got a lot of snow over the last week, so that was really cool. So sent me a picture of that full of snow. I think I have one. And then rolling into what's after July, August. We took some drives. We added some more parts to the Porsche. We put a new exhaust on there. We did the entertainment systems, or basically the head unit. Really didn't change anything else but the head unit. My parents bought a new Camry in August as well, a 2021 Camry. That car's it's a really cool car. It's an SE model, black edition, basically just has black badges, nothing super fancy, but it's a cool car. It's a great car. It's a great commuter car. I love it. At the end of August, September, we put a GT4 style wing on the car, on the Porsche. So kind of finalized our cosmetic stuff for the moment on the car. It is functional. We deactivated the stock wing on it, just kind of got it to where we wanted it as far as looks, and took a couple drives. First drive in that, I think the week we installed it, we went out on a drive with a PCA and ended up hitting a ton of rain for about 3 hours, but that was cool. Did the brakes on the Porsche in September as well, leading into October, prepping it for a long road trip. And I was preparing at that time, this since January throughout the whole year, but really in full swing to do our 10th anniversary, but last of my running of the event I started 10 years ago, which was Supras in Vegas, the National Toyota Supra Gathering in Las Vegas. So Bittersweet. I've said that before already, and but we enjoyed it. It was a hell of a drive. So we ended up doing a 3,700-mile road trip from the San Antonio area of Texas to Vegas, all the way around through Colorado and back. So we had to prep the car for that, and we made a bunch of cool stops. Ran a track day in Vegas, hung out with all the super family in Vegas, and really, really had a cool trip. Saw some awesome sights along the way. Colorado is beautiful. Honestly, just good memories of that trip, and I know a lot of those friends we'll see again. It's not over. It's just I'm just not running the event anymore. Our good friends are, and I know it's in good hands. And October came and went, and then we got back, and almost like last year, we get back and we buy on. It was like, man, what are we gonna do? And I know wifey's been wanting a new car project for a while, and it had to be a 50s car. That's what she's on it. It's what we both wanted. We really like that era. And just so happens someone close to us was selling a 53 Chevy, and we picked that up in late October and rolled it in onto the driveway and into the garage that month. So that's the new project. November, that's Thanksgiving month, so we didn't do a whole lot. We ended up going up to drove 2 hours to Works 11, awesome Porsche shop in Temple, Texas, for their cars and coffee, and that was a lot of fun. But for the most part, chilled out. We started detailing again in November, actually, as well, and that was something new. Not new for us, because I've been detailing for a while, but haven't been doing it as a business venture until 2020. A couple of the members of a local group we hang out with for cars, asked me, hey, would you detail? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So November and December was prepping for that and starting to get the business organized. And thanks to, my wife helping me out, and as well, just with the organization stuff, we made, we took an inventory of our stock that we had of detailing products, because I have all my equipment. I never got rid of it. We just didn't have the necessity to do it. But the goal with the business is, let's start detailing. Because there isn't a lot of options in our area, and there's a lot of nice cars, but also a lot of good daily drivers, because it's not just nice cars that need detailing or maintenance. And we decided, let's get this rolling, and this can be our play money. We don't have to do it to pay the bills, but we can do it to help fund this new project, because a 53 Chevy is not a lightweight project, and it is not going to be something quick that we're going to do. So we started getting that done, organized. We had a few customers already. This actually, we launched mid-December, second week of December, officially. And, we already have some appointments lined up for 2021, so that's great. So ending the year on a high note with that, that's moving and getting some traction. So, and in the end, I've had the privilege of being able to document our small things that we do around the house and around our garage and our car, the car adventures we have, and share them with y'all. So I think that. And next year, like I said, we're going to try to do some new things. Definitely going to be updates on the Porsche. We still have some stuff lined up we want to do to that. There's definitely a lot of driving adventures. We got our road trip planned for next year already. We're going eastward if all goes as planned. And then also, slowly but surely, we will be working on the 53. Right now, we're saving up for the frame. A new frame is going to be coming in. And that hopefully will be sometime by the end of next year. That's the realistic plan. Those parts are not cheap, but we want to make sure we get the right components. And then disassembly is going to take a little while, because we're doing it in the garage. We're doing it ourselves, and we don't have a lift. And it's been a long time since I worked on a classic car, and I've never worked on a 50s car. So luckily enough, we do have friends that I work with in the industry that have a valuable thing they're offering, which is knowledge. So I'll be sharing that as I go along. And again, I thank you all for following. Our subscribers, thank you very much. We're blessed to have like I said, small number, but quality number. And I hope we can keep growing the channel going into 2021. We're about 150 subscriptions away from that 500 number. So hopefully we can get there quick early in the year. I can raffle off that ratchet. I got another review I'm going to do as soon as that gets done. And we're going to do another tool review on comparing it to another tool that I've used a lot of. So, and we'll be raffling that one off as well. So things happening, and I appreciate all your support. Have a safe and great New Year's. And I just woke up Ruben. Maybe we'll see more of this guy. That's him. He's got a personality. But he's a good boy. That's our 8-year-old Staffy. Ruben, y'all have a blessed day, a blessed end of the year. Have a great start to next year. We'll see you next week. God bless. Have a great weekend.